Nearly. When we talked the other day, Geoff, we talked about how good we had it compared to how these guys today have it. It's when we first started, and as I said to you, did you start shaping boards for money?
No, it was, what's the word?
The motivation behind it.
Yeah, no, I thought, wow, if I could work in the surf industry, I'd be able to surf all the time.
Yeah.
Which was a bit of an illusion, but nevertheless, I eventually got there.
Yeah.
No, it was just, that's pretty much that. I think I said, I read a magazine one day, and I read in it, and it had moulds for the planks, and it said the moulds were made by a pattern maker. Well, I was straight in there, that was it.
Yeah.
I was in.
Because you're a pattern maker.
Yeah, by trade. I just finished. But that was in Canberra. And that was away from it. But once I got to Barry Bennett's at Brookvale, that's when it really all kicked in.
Because it's that was Ron, and there was all sorts of boards at the time. Were they all sold through Knocking Kirby's, or was it
everywhere?
Everywhere.
Actually, how it all went bust in the end was, I think we did about 1,500 boards, and they're all 9-foot logs. About 1,500 to go to Texas. And they put them on the boat and they went to Texas. By the time they got there, they'd all shrunk.
Really?
Yeah. So
because of the heat?
That's the heat in the container, obviously. So yeah, that was a lot of money. So eventually,
that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know that story. There you go. There's a new one.
Well, Ron moved it out to Penrith.
Yeah.
And set up this factory that was totally mechanised. It had conveyor belts, and you put the boards when you shape them on a trolley that was wheeled out, and they were put on a conveyor belt. All this sort of shit. Anyway, it all blew up.
Didn't work.
No. And then surfboards weren't on that level.
I don't need the shapers and board makers were either. No. Yeah, it was. But that's the story of how most guys got into shaping and board building.
Yeah.
They either started to do it in their backyard.
Yeah.
And make one for themselves, and then make one for a mate.
Yeah.
Make one for a couple of mates and things like that. But
V-tuck bottom and scooped out tail.
Yeah.
And my way of reckoning, I don't know, I'm pretty sure I'm right. He was at Keogh's when I was at Bennett's. And I started making under 6-foot double enders.
Yeah, that's right.
And everybody at Narrabeen had one. So I figured that he brought them down to 8 foot and I took them down to under 6 foot. I had a bit of a role in it. And then Danny saw what was going on, and he offered me twice as much money as I was getting off Barry. So I said to Barry, this is what's going on. He said, I can't afford that much. So tell me how things get tight in winter and all that. But lucky for me, I never had the winter just was the same as the summer.
Sorry, Barry, you're still driving an Aston Martin, mate.
Well, that's one of his cars.
He must be the only bloke that's driving them, because I don't know of any other surfers that are.
I was grateful for Barry. He was always good to me. Same with Danny. I was just through evolution, I suppose. I was just moving through. And then when I found out I should start my own business, I did that in August 1970.
And that was Ray.
Ray Richards was the one that took me over the top and said, I'll buy the first 10.
And that's what you need when you start a business, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I sort of approached him like, I knew him reasonably well, but I never asked him personal stuff, you know.
Yeah. As you started recording.
It was.
Where was that factory? That was a good farm.
Next door to Scotty Dillon's factory
right.
in Winbourne Road.
Yeah.
It was an old junkyard.
Yeah.
It was the most run-down, dilapidated building in the whole of Brookville.
Yeah.
But a mate of mine who worked with me for a long time, he was here the other day. I'm still mates with him.
Yeah.
He used to live at Crescent. He's up at Agnes now.
Yeah.
Mal Hockley. The dust wouldn't get in.
Yeah.
And Mal's up the top putting the bricks in and he dropped one and lobbed on my head.
Okay.
He fell off the ladder laughing. I was grovelling on the floor.
He was really worried about it.
Another I used to call surfers seagoing monkeys.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
You know, they always doing some dumb trick on each other. And,
Yeah. Peeling the labels off cans when you're camping and all that. It's in knots, the arms of your shirt's in knots and you got no feeling in your fingers trying to get the
some of the tricks that went down, eh?
Yeah, yeah. But I think our generation is so lucky compared to the new generation, and even compared to my father and their previous generations, because we were the first to actually, the free generation, if you like.
Yeah.
You know, we just get out and did what we wanted.
I believe I lived in a golden period in
History.
in history
Yeah,
of this human race.
yeah,
Because of what you just said, our fathers were in wars and depressions and stuff.
yeah.
They set it up so that we just came along and right. And he used to say, the world's your oyster, son, just get out there and go for it. But anyway,
Yeah,
and no, I couldn't agree more. I think in the, like doing what you wanted to do, having the freedom to do it, being able to afford a car at a young age
yeah,
and go surfing,
yeah.
like in that Switchfoot book, it's talking about a few different people of how they used to rent a farmhouse for $5 a week,
Yeah, yeah.
and then get a few bucks for food.
Yeah.
So if they had $20 a week, they were styled out.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, I think I had $10 when I took off from this.
Yeah, there you go.
$10. Now,
It's houses, multi-storey houses stuck everywhere.
multi-million-dollar houses, and there's this little house worth £3 a week. That was the only one you could rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the first time I went to Gary in 1964, it was with my parents, and we towed a caravan.
Yeah.
I bought a brand new 179 EH, I think they were called.
Yeah.
179 station wagon.
Yeah.
Pulled a caravan up to the Calypso Caravan Park in Yamba, and put it there, and I said to the bloke that down and take the road, the dirt road,
Yeah.
and follow that right to the end, and you'll come to a gravel pit.
Yeah.
But if you walk through that and up, you'll be looking down on it. That's Angari.
Yeah.
So I did. I was on my own. I drove out and almost got bogged on the sand track getting up there.
Yeah.
Walked through the gravel pit, and I looked down on the beach, and there was a fire going, and there were like 4 surfers down there.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know, it was 8 foot.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
2 way. Turned out the people that were on the beach were Gordon Merchant, the guy called Muscles,
Yeah, that's it.
Muscles,
Yeah, yeah.
John Rhodes, and I think Wayne Burton.
Oh, okay.
I think there were 4 of them.
Yeah.
Well, I never found that out for a long time. But I
Yeah.
just sat there. They didn't, but they'd come in when I got there, and they were just sitting around the fire warming up. It was in winter.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And Gary, 8 foot on your first time out there would be a bit daunting.
over the years, it became my favourite surf spot.
Yeah.
And to me, I reckon it was the best wave in the world when it was good. You can ride anything out there.
Yeah.
A long board, a short board, anything in between.
Look at Dick Harvey, that 5 foot blue thing he rode out there. Was it blue or red? I can't remember. It was only 5 foot long, that thing. Yeah.
Ted Spencer the same.
Ted Spencer, yeah.
The white
Yeah.
kite.
Yeah, that's right.
Ted used to work at Shane's just around the corner from Keogh's, and I got to know Ted pretty well.
Yeah, that's right.
He lives in Hawaii now. Has been there for years.
The last I heard, he joined the Hare Krishnas.
Yeah.
And,
I don't know whether he stuck with them
Yeah.
when he went overseas, but while he was here, because I remember down at Bell's, they were all walking around, row, 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 row.
Yeah.
We were all writing Ted off.
Yeah.